the 12 tribes. And what he actually anticipated is that if God responded the way he thought he would, that there would be a revival that would be so powerful that there'd be a call for unity of the nation. The northern tribes would go back to Jerusalem and worship God there. So 12 water pitchers to soak the wood and the sacrifice and fill the trough round about. And then he gets down on his knees and in a quiet prayer asks for God to make himself known. And the fire that comes from heaven is not from Baal, but it's a lightning bolt from God. And that's the sign with thunder that the rain is going to return. So the lightning bolt comes, it sears and burns the entire offering and everything around it, everything burnable. And then there's the rolling of thunder. He sends a servant to look out in the direction of the Mediterranean. He doesn't see anything. Then he sees a cloud the size of the palm of a man's hand, and he says it's enough. He has the wicked priest slaughtered, and then he does a foot race and outraces the king who's on a chariot. The chariot wheels get bogged down in the slog of the descending rainfall and the resultant mud. And Elijah believed that there would be a return to the true worship of God and God alone. If Yahweh is God, worship him. If Baal is God, worship them. And he gets to the summer residence of the king, which is not Samaria, but we're going to see at Jezreel. And he finds that nothing has changed. That Jezebel can send a fax to Daddy, and he'll send a whole new seminary class of Baal priests. They're replaceable. And nothing has changed, except she now puts him under a death threat. And then we read in 1 Kings that Elijah who ran because he saw, and there's no object for the verb to see. So most Bible translations say he was afraid. The Hebrew word to see is ra'ah. The Hebrew verb to fear is yareh. And in the form of the verb here, yareh, yareh, very close. And so most Bible translations say he was afraid. I don't believe that for a moment. Elijah wouldn't be afraid of anyone. A friend of mine says, yeah, but you didn't know Jezebel. No, he's not afraid. What he saw was that despite this tremendous display of the might of God, nothing had changed. The northern kingdom was going to continue on its slide to perdition. So he wanted to die. So he's not afraid. So he ran all the way down through Judah, all the way down to Beersheba in the south, and into the desert, and under a bush, asked God to take his life. And God appeared to him and fed him. I believe it's a pre-incarnate appearance of Jesus. Fed him twice, and then sent him on a journey all the way down to Mount Sinai, which is called Horeb. It's the same mountain. And it says he went into the cave. The term "the" is a definite article. There's only one cave that we know about at Mount Sinai. It's where Moses was. He went to the very cave where Moses had an appearance of God in Exodus 34, the grandest appearance of God in all of Moses' life. And there, God displayed phenomena attendant to his theophanies of storm and thunder and fire. But God wasn't in any of those this time. And then he was aware of something that we can't really translate. The best we have is in King James, the sound of a gentle whisper. And it was in that he experienced in a new way the presence of God. Then God commissioned him to do three things: to anoint a new king of Syria, who would be one of the weapons God would use against Israel. Hazael. Good. That he would anoint a successor to himself, Elisha, because God's work would go on even after he's transported into heaven. And he's to announce an eradicator to take out the house of Omri, and that's Jehu, J-U-H-U. So Elijah comes back, and he's never the same, but he is one with God again. So Leah Bronner was the one that really did things well. Now,